Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Hey, it's Fletch. I'm Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform. Welcome to TiPS Episode 9 for Friday, December 13th, 2024. Friday the 13th. Continuing on to wrap up the year with my top 5 lists for 2024. Here are the top 5 reasons for the 911 staffing crisis in the U.S. Number 5, technological changes and training gaps. Transitioning to next-generation 911 technology adds a layer of complexity that may require new skills and training, which can overwhelm current staff. Inadequate training resources usually occur because training programs are often underfunded, leaving staff unprepared to handle advanced systems or emerging threats like cyber attacks. Number 4, the lack of public awareness and their support. 911 operators are typically invisible heroes. Unlike other first responders, 911 professionals are often not recognized as part of the public safety ecosystem. That leads to less advocacy for their needs. And the public perception. The critical role of 911 call takers is misunderstood or undervalued, and that impacts recruitment efforts. Number 3, understaffing and overwork. Vicious cycles. Understaffed 911 centers force existing employees often to work overtime, which exacerbates burnout and leads to further attrition, as well as the operational strain. With fewer employees, call processing times may increase, which places additional pressure on staff to perform their best under duress. Number 2, low pay and limited benefits. This comes down to comparative salaries. Despite the critical nature of their work, many 911 professionals are paid less than similar roles in public safety or private sector jobs. This insufficient compensation and low wages, coupled with the high demands of the job, make the profession less than attractive. And individually, there can be limited career growth. In public safety, there's the perception of limited upward mobility, which could discourage long-term career investments in the field. And the number 1 reason leading to the staffing crisis for 911 in the U.S., high stress levels and burnout. Some say it's just the nature of the work. 911 call takers and dispatchers deal with life or death situations daily. That makes the job inherently stressful. Then there's the impact of trauma. Secondary traumatic stress, or STS, which comes from the exposure to emergency situations, can lead to mental health challenges, including PTSD, depression, and anxiety, and skyrocketing burnout rates. The chronic stress combined with insufficient support often results in high turnover rates. So addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach, which could include increased funding to raise salaries and improve working conditions, critical mental health support programs specifically for 911 professionals, increased advocacy campaigns to enhance public recognition and support, adding comprehensive training programs for current and future technologies, and recruitment initiatives that are focused on emphasizing the vital role of 911 professionals in the public safety ecosystem. That wraps up my top 5 reasons for the 911 staffing crisis in the U.S. We'll catch you again on Monday for more of my 2024 top 5 lists for 911. Stay safe, thanks for listening, and if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch past episodes, transcripts, and show notes with source links for each article on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG 911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good. TiPS is brought to you by 911 Inform, the leading next-generation 911 solution for enterprise compliance with federal 911 regulations. Visit them on the web at 911inform.com. 911 Inform, making every second count when it matters the most.